In the heart of Chihuahua, Mexico, stands a bridal shop called La Popular. For nearly a century, a silent figure has watched from its main display window. She is La Pascualita, Little Pascuala. Arriving in the 1930s, she stunned locals with her lifelike beauty. But something about her felt off. Her skin appears to have pores, her hands are eerily detailed, and her glass eyes seem to hold a deep, ancient sorrow. Some say her eyes glisten as if holding back tears. She's not a typical mannequin, she's a work of obsession. The story begins with the shop's original owner, Pascuala Esparza, known for her exquisite bridal taste. When La Pascualita appeared, people noticed her uncanny resemblance to Pascuala's daughter, who had recently died tragically. Whispers spread. This was no mannequin, but the preserved body of Pascuala's lost child. A mother, unable to let go, immortalizing her daughter in the shop window. The legend took root, becoming a dark piece of Chihuahua's folklore. People avoided the shop after dark, feeling a mournful presence from the window. La Pascualita became more than a display. She became a permanent resident of the town's nightmares. Her beauty and silence haunt all who pass by. She is a ghostly bride, forever trapped behind glass. The city's collective imagination keeps her alive. Decades later, her legend is as vivid as ever. Visitors still pause, transfixed by her lifelike features. Some cross the street, unable to meet her gaze. Others leave flowers, as if paying respects to a lost soul. La Pascualita is not just a mannequin, she is a mystery that refuses to fade. Her story is woven into the fabric of Chihuahua. She is the bride in the window, watching, waiting, and her secret remains locked behind the glass. The legend is rooted in heartbreak, a mother's love twisted by tragedy. Pascuala Esparza's daughter was set to marry, but on her wedding day, a black widow spider hidden in her tiara delivered a fatal bite. She died in her mother's arms, still in her wedding gown. Grief consumed Pascuala. Unable to let go, she sought a way to preserve her daughter forever. The story claims she turned to a master embalmer, creating an eternal effigy of the bride she lost. La Pascualita appeared in the shop window dressed in the finest gowns. For Pascuala, she was not a curiosity but her daughter, forever beautiful, forever a bride. The townspeople watched in horror and pity as the shop became a shrine. La Pascualita became a chilling monument to a love that defied death. Official denials only fueled the rumors. People saw the pain in Pascuala's eyes and believed the legend. The story cemented La Pascualita's place in local lore as the corpse bride of Chihuahua. Was she a preserved bride, or just a mannequin? The truth was less important than the legend itself, and so, the story endured. The legend didn't end with Pascuala Esparza. For decades, employees of La Popular have reported strange events. Only a select few are allowed to change La Pascualita's clothes, always behind closed curtains. Workers claim her eyes follow them, and a cold presence fills the room. Some have seen tears in her glass eyes, or felt her shift ever so slightly. Her hand in a new position, her gaze fixed elsewhere, subtle changes that unsettle even skeptics. At night, locals swear she moves, shifting her weight as if restless. The shop feels heavy with emotion, visitors report sadness and whispers in empty rooms. Employees treat her with reverence as if guarding a sacred relic. Experts argue she's a wax mannequin but can't explain her lifelike details. The current owners refuse to allow tests, keeping her behind glass. Their silence only deepens the mystery. Is she a marvel of craftsmanship? Or something more? The unanswered questions keep the whispers alive. La Pascualita's legend is protected as fiercely as the mannequin herself. The line between fact and folklore blurs in the shadows of La Popular. She remains a silent witness, her secret intact, and the city keeps wondering. Today, La Pascualita is an icon of Chihuahua. More than a ghost story, she's part of the city's soul. Some see her as a protector, leaving flowers and candles praying for love. Others view her as a tragic figure, deserving of sympathy. Her story resonates with themes of love loss and the unbreakable bond between mother and child. Believers find proof in her eyes, and the stories pass down. Skeptics call her a masterpiece of wax, her legend fueled by imagination and clever marketing. The shop's refusal to allow examination only adds to the intrigue. Is she a preserved bride, or a mannequin with a haunting story? The mystery is her power. The unanswered question draws us in. If you stood before her, what would you believe? Some mysteries perhaps are best left unsolved.